recent European Union study published by the Scarpacci Group, a Rome...
show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty, where they were actually drenched in
Scarlet?
Come in, Mike.
Your door was open. You don't seem surprised. How did you know it was me?
I would have known if it wasn't you. Footsteps are like signatures.
That's an interesting skill to have picked up.
In case you haven't guessed already, I don't have much of a social life. What is it you needed, Mike? Got another story to pass along?
Something wrong? If so, maybe I can help.
Wrong? I don't know, Mike. You seem to be a complicated person. Very little about you seems simple. I was pretty certain you might be Interpol or military, but my gut tells me intelligence. But none of my contacts have heard of you.
Contacts? So you've been checking up on me?
I didn't want to, but you really don't leave me much choice if I want to know the truth.
If I was intelligence, is that something you think I'd tell a journalist?
You tell me. And I'd like you to be honest with me, if you can. I think I deserve that much.
There's not much to say. I used to work for the United States government. I still do, in my own way.
What do you mean?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. When you met me in Saudi Arabia, that was my last official mission with the US. After that, I've been on my own. Except for people I've met on the way. Like you.
It doesn't sound like you've had a chance to relax in Saudi Arabia.
That's an understatement.
My military and intelligence contacts didn't have much on you.
Not surprising.
So, I checked the corporate gossip. Halbeck's taken quite an interest in you.
Let's just say Leyland and I don't see eye to eye on business practices. You ever met him?
At press conferences? Quite the snake. But that doesn't explain why Halbeck would be after you.
I accidentally discovered something in Saudi Arabia I shouldn't have. Something that could ruin Halbeck.
What did you find out?
I found they'd been selling weapons to Al Samad, and I got proof.
Is that why you're here?
I don't trust anyone else with it. And if something happens to me, then the world needs to know.
It's that bad, huh?
Pretty bad.
I'll make sure it gets where it needs to go. Are you going to be all right?
I have no idea.
Do you need to leave right now?
No, I can stay. For a little while if you need me to.
Considering I might not see you again, I'd like that.
The world can wait, then. The hell? Guess the old man gave me a false number.
Communications decrypted. Signal established.
Albatross. Your signal's weak, I can barely see you.
Agent Thornton, Mike, my apologies for the poor connection. It's the price one pays for privacy. I can only spare a few minutes, so tell me what you need, quickly.
I'm infiltrating the Alpha Protocol facility, and I need your help.
I see. This is sooner than I expected. If you think I know the location of the facility, I can't help you.
I can get there. What I need is whatever intel or manpower you can provide, once I'm inside.
If you can get in and transmit the location. But once you transmit the coordinates, you'll need to buy yourself some time before I can intervene. May I ask why you're infiltrating the agency? It seems counterproductive, not to mention the low chance of success.
I have to do this, and I have to find out the truth of what's going on there. I can pay you for your help, Albatross.
You don't need to pay me, Mike. An alliance with you and your continued survival has proven to be in my best interests. When I was at Braco's mercy, you chose to intervene. I've not forgotten. And you spared Sis when you had no reason to do so. Now it is my turn to help you.
You're not getting compassionate in your old age, are you?
Consider it a payment for services rendered. One doesn't kill the golden goose.
Or an albatross. Seems doing both would be unwise.
I would agree. Once you reach your destination, we shall prove it. Until then, I shall ensure the south wind is at your back.
Enjoy your flight. I'll see you soon.
Take care of what you had to do.
Everything's in place. How about you?
It shouldn't be much longer.
Are you safe?
Probably safer than you. Mike, if this doesn't work...
Goodbye, Mina. Mind if I sit here?
Go ahead. It'll save me from having to call in the squad. All them running?
Never was.
Yeah, well, whatever you call it, I'm here to bring you in. Glad you're not making a fuss about this.
I called you, remember?
So, here we are, Agent Thornton.
Guess you can go home again.
If by home you mean prison. Mr. Westridge first spoke to you in this room, didn't he?
Interrogated, actually. It was a really dull conversation.
When he asked you why you volunteered for Alpha Protocol, do you remember what you told him?
I told him I was in for the excitement. I guess I'm an adrenaline junkie. And the women, of course.
I'm not sure we need a cowboy.
You need someone, or I wouldn't be here.
Was it all you expected, Mike? Looking back, the thrills, the women, the intrigue, was it all worth it? Or did your expectations not match the reality? You'll have to excuse me, but I asked for this next part to be recorded for posterity. I wanted to make sure it's captured perfectly. All right, Thornton. I think you misunderstand me. You see, I'm not here to gloat. I'm here to offer you a deal.
I'm not giving up the film footage, see?
I don't care, Mike. That's a separate appointment in my calendar. Right now, we're discussing you and Helbeck.
What are you talking about?
If you stay here, it isn't going to turn out well for you. The best you could have hoped for was to be captured by Alpha Protocol. Then they can erase you, quietly. To me, that seems like a waste of talent.
Really?
Really? Do you know why I used you in the first place?
I'm all ears.
Because I recognize an asset when I see it. That is the reason Helbeck is where it is today, and why our numbers are so high. It's also why Mr. Marburg chose to work for me. It's because I recognize value, and I reward loyalty.
You're offering me a job.
Mike, you already work for me. I just like to make it official. We have an excellent insurance package.
What makes you think I'd even consider that?
Because you can't go back. You found out too much. You know where all the embarrassing little connections are. That makes you a good agent, but a rather large liability. Me, I have a different perspective on the situation. I know what you did needed to be done to achieve results. It's a rare quality to find someone willing to think outside the box.
You're setting yourself up to get put in a box, Leyland. Get to the point.
This was the same talk Marburg and I had a long time ago, although I didn't know his agency connection when I hired him. You're a special case. I was able to recruit right from the source. So, a few things. One, you're going to be executed at worst, or at best, spend life in a CIA prison in Eastern Europe. Two, this will be the last conversation you will have with another human being. And three, it really wasn't my fault that this whole situation happened, but I think you already recognize that.
Not your fault? Oh, of course not. Not the missiles, the killing, the world destabilization for profit. Nope, you're blameless.
Mike, your government needed my contracts. They hired me to build this place, and worst of all, they created you.
Worst of all?
Yes, because when they create programs like this, there's no accountability. And when people never have to answer for the things they do.
Leyland?
What is it?
I've been dying to do that for hours, but I needed to hear all you had to brag about first.
I'll take that as your answer, then. This was it for you, Thornton. I was your last chance.
I can't wait to show you how wrong you are.
Agent Thornton, allowing yourself to be captured, making us go through the effort of bringing you here. Well done.
It was the only way to find this place quickly, and I knew you were looking for me. It seemed time to kill two birds with one stone, pardon the metaphor.
Indeed. Well, as I said, well done. Well, I confess I'm disappointed things ended like this. I was hoping to convince you to work for us. If not Halbeck, then the VCI. But that would depend on you.
Yeah, and I was hoping you might kiss my ass. But it looks like that'll have to wait for another hour or two.
That's very amusing. The offer is out of the question, then? Goodbye, Agent Thornton. Perhaps we'll see each other again soon.
Sorry, sir, but we have our orders. When they administer the meds, the end will be quick.
I was wondering why you were tied up, although I had not expected the reason to be so literal.
I should have known. Here to torture me?
Perhaps. That will depend on your perspective, I think. It is good you have time to rest with all this trouble going on. This bed, this is how you woke up here, yeah?
The restraints were a little weaker the first time, and I'm not doped up.
The restraints? Are they too tight?
Yeah, they're chafing.
Oh, that is a shame.
So is there a reason you swung by? I'd offer you a chair, but...
I am here because I never got the chance to tell you my feelings. And now you have no choice but to listen.
Great.
Why, Michael, I never thanked you. Humiliating Conrad like that. A girl dreams of such things happening to her boss.
Good. If you want to thank me, then let me go.
Not quite yet, I think. Michael, I have a confession to make. Ever since we met, I have had a certain fondness for you. You are so eager.
Okay.
It is a shame to see such a fine specimen restrained like this. I am tempted to set you free.
I wouldn't want to get in the way of temptation, though I'm a little curious as to why.
I do not like Marburg, and he has paid me already. I am free to leave, but you are not. It is not fair. So, I will let you go in a moment.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Relax, darling, but not too much. I have done what I must do. Now, you must go do what you must do.
Maybe there's something to be said for experience. Wonder if the camera was recording.
You made it out, I see. Resourceful.
You look naked without your weapons. They are in the locker nearby. Get dressed, and let us start the killing. Much better. Now, you must get to the Global Monitoring Center and get access to the system, and all its secrets.
not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Damn, which one?
Last chance, guys. Back up your files.
Agent? Or is it just Mike Thorton now, with the rank stripped away? Never understood why we had titles anyway. Meaningless. I don't understand why you wanted to speak to me. If you think I can help you, you're wrong.
We'll see. I think you'll want to hear what I have to say. Parker, the plan you arranged with Halbeck, it's not gonna work.
Really? Doubtful. I thought there was a chance you might return. You are resourceful, even for a rogue agent.
Well, I have you all to thank for being rogue, don't I? I thought it would just be a cover, but you made it real.
If you blame me for this, then you're in error. Miss Tang is to blame.
I know what Mina did, but you were the one who ordered the missile strike on my location.
Yes, but that was not my order. I would have preferred you return here, where you could be monitored. As you can see, letting you run around is dangerous. And, despite your flaws, you are a valuable resource. Now, what do you want? There's little I can do for you, so make it quick.
You're betraying your own country, Parker. Whatever you think you're doing, it's wrong.
No, my country has authorized this, Mike. Although no one will ever know. If you think to appeal to my patriotism by defining it as betrayal, Halbeck's interests had to be protected because it's our national interests.
So that makes Leyland in charge now? Of an entire branch of a U.S. agency?
No. We were ordered to assist him in recovering his missiles, in assassinating Shahid, and then killing you. He was given access to the facility and our resources.
But why?
Why did we cooperate? There's no reason to ask why.
You can't tell me that you didn't suspect something was wrong.
Nothing was wrong, Thornton. As I said, Halbeck had proper authorization. They asked permission, and they got it.
And Westridge didn't object?
No, because like me, he follows orders. We were asked to get an agent to do Leyland's job and to contract me for my services.
Services? What services?
I was asked to isolate events in the world and create triggers. While many of these triggers would benefit Halbeck, a great deal would benefit the United States. China grows more powerful by the day. They are Halbeck customers as well, and if they are reliant on Halbeck technology, they are reliant on us. Even better, if they can be lured into action in Taiwan, well, then it buys us time to build strength.
And Moscow? Rome?
Rome was a reminder to the rest of Europe. Moscow, a necessary distribution center.
And the people on the airliner in the Middle East?
Those deaths, they are nothing compared to the death toll that would follow if these steps were not taken.
You're nuts, Parker. You think your hypotheticals are better than the reality?
I wouldn't expect you to understand, Thornton. But yes, the government asked me to design scenarios to promote America's position in the world, and to strengthen Halbeck as well. It was the most interesting assignment I've had in years. To use my analytical skills for something besides system maintenance or compiling budget reports. For a project of my own. So yes, I accepted the assignment, and I did what I do best. Analyzed.
Provided you had all the information.
I did have all the information.
No. No, you didn't. What you said about Moscow, that distribution center is shut down, and I found the real source there. Surkov's now working for me, and he has all the evidence I need to bring this place down. Taipei, the op you had there, where I ran into Omen, he's still alive, and he didn't appreciate being used any more than I did. He'll be pitching in too, along with the rest of China.
I don't believe you. I know you well enough, Agent. I assume you have proof of this.
You're a logical guy, Parker. With what I told you, how do you think this is going to play out? Your mistake's not going to look good on a field report, or the nightly news. But it doesn't have to be your mistake.
I take it you have a plan?
Yeah, you've been drafted. So you better start making yourself useful right now.
doing here?
I could ask you that same question. Did they hurt you?
No. They asked me a lot of questions, but I think they were mostly interested in finding out what I knew about you.
What did you tell them?
Not much. I think I learned more about you from them than anything you ever told me. Mike, there's something I have to tell you.
Can it wait? We have to get out of here without getting killed.
Mike, it's about what happened in Taipei, about Sung. There was a reason I was there. I was the shooter.
What? Why are you telling me this, and why now? For what it's worth, I'm glad you told me.
What are you going to do?
You mean what are we gonna do? I need your help if I'm gonna get out of here. I also need that footage. And failing that, your testimony. No way am I leaving you here. I don't think Leyland intends to pay you, and Alpha Protocol's not gonna be nice to you either. And if you're as good as I think you are, having one of the world's best assassins on my side could even the odds.
All right, Mike. You've got my attention. I'll get the footage and meet up with you. You know, Mike, in the hotel, I wanted to tell you then.
We can talk about it later, after we're both safely out of here.
I'll get the footage and meet up with you. I'll be all right. Go on ahead.